Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Plot Twins podcast. I'm Ashtyn.
And I'm Nyah, and we are reviewing A Night in the Moth. Kind of long time coming.
Long time coming. It's been a minute.
Been a minute, and we also wanted to go meet Miss Rachel
Before we recorded this.
before we recorded this, in hopes that we were gonna maybe get some good key factors of what the next book is gonna be.
We didn't find out anything.
Yep.
Nothing.
We unfortunately didn't find out too much, except that it was gonna be sad.
Yes.
Kind of a little bit of a heartbreaking story,
Yep.
which I'm not thrilled about. But that's just kind of how I think the vibe was gonna go.
Yeah.
It just kind of felt that way. Like, I don't know if there was truly gonna be a happy ending.
Not with the way the first book ended. But I mean, all first books kind of end.
Yeah.
Because you got to get them into the next book.
Exactly. So if you've read this book, you kind of know what went down, but we'll give you just a quick synopsis.
Mhm.
Basically, there are 6 diviners. They are cooped up in this cathedral. Basically, been there since child because
They were orphans.
Yeah, they're orphans, and
The Abyss would
the
adopt
Abyss
them.
adopted them to force them to dream. Basically drowned in a pool and dream for people and show them like the omens, show them signs if their life is going to go bad or good, yada
Certain
yada
things.
yada.
Yeah.
But then that kind of gets all shaken up when she has a dream for a handsome man
Named Rory.
And it just starts crumbling from there. She finds out some bad things, and I don't want to spoil too much, but that's basically a lord. She goes on a little journey to figure out what the truth is, and when she finds the truth, it's just like, whoa,
earth-shattering, basically.
Yeah.
But if you haven't read it, now's a good time to stop right here.
Well, let's say I rated it 5 stars.
Oh, easily 5 stars.
Easily 5 stars. Was it very spicy?
Nah.
No, but
we got
a good
scene.
We got a good scene, and we got some afterplay scenes, but they didn't really go in detail. But you could tell they were
that's what they were doing,
ravaging it up.
Yep. As they should.
As I think anyone would. With Mr. Rory Roderick.
Mendacious.
I don't know. The last name kind of threw me off a lot of the times.
Really?
Well,
when she was calling him that?
Not basic, but it's just like a random mendacious. Where did that come from? Where does mendacious orange name from? Because mendacious.
Yeah. Do you think? What do you think the spice level is? I would give it 2 chili peppers.
I would give it. I'd give it 2.5. I mean, you got
because it was
an
open door, but it's only one.
But it's only one open door. But it's like, did they go in detail? No.
Did she talk about his cock?
She doesn't really talk about it. She just says it feels, and then it goes in, and that was really
that was it.
There was no I'm riding this dick. Yeah, sorry.
That's so funny.
But it was not any.
Yeah.
It was very a lovey-dovey scene. It was tension.
It
was very much
bearing their soul to each other.
The release they both, I think, especially for Sybil, she needed
for sure
as a person to become, what her next step was of joining the knighthood and all that. But yeah, so if you have not read it, I would definitely skip out now and read it and then come back, because this one was definitely one you would want to read for sure. Just
Agreed.
Right to the Starling. I
still sad about that
book. I just think I'm a little upset with how many people online are hating on it.
Have you seen a lot?
I've been seeing quite a bit of they
don't like the love story.
They don't like the love story.
There's no romance, but I'm like, that's not
the point.
Book.
That's not the point. Yeah. I watched this. Sorry, side note. I watched this other podcast. They're obviously newer, just like us, and I was watching them review it, and they were hating on the love story. They did not like Caspia's end and all that, and I said, How? I'm like, that was, yes, was it needed? I mean, we could have done the whole book without it. People are
Yeah.
still to this day reading the book without reading Caspia's POV, which
That makes
shame,
me so mad.
shame,
So mad.
shame.
Like, that is not okay. You're literally skipping half the book. You're missing the whole point of the book. You're not going to understand anything at the end, and you're not going to like it because you didn't freaking read it.
Shame.
Like,
But yeah, I watched them review and they were like, yeah, like they just didn't love the love story. They felt like the story was pretty like dry end. And I was like, did we read the same book?
yeah, what do you
Because
mean?
what? I literally
Did
was.
you skip the Caspia chapters? Not cool.
Yeah, they might have, honestly. I'm like, what? How? But yeah, with this book though, it's definitely one you want to read. It's more gothic romance, and I kind of loved the, maybe it's just because we're both ex LDS,
Mm-hmm.
that just the moment Sybil fully like came out of herself, I was like, hell yeah, girl,
Yeah.
you do that. You take that shroud off.
Yes. And the way that she like I just lost my train of thought.
Oh no.
Fuck.
I think it's just the way she was the Abyss's main diviner.
Yes.
She was the one.
She was special.
Preparing to become a gargoyle, like.
But she didn't know that.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
She didn't know that, but she was doing everything she was meant to do. And then, yeah, Rory comes in. She's watching the girls kind of being like, I want to experience life. And so she finally breaks the rules. And then that's when, it all kind of crumbled because she did the dream. She finally saw the moth when she doesn't really ever see the moth.
Yeah.
That kind of made me a little confused why she never as the moth. Why she never saw the moth in the dreaming for other people.
Yeah.
But then she finally saw it in that dream before all the other diviners disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah. I love when she finally like formed a thought, and I love how like not easy it was for her to be like, is this not right? But for her to like be willing to think about the fact that it could be false and be willing to explore that.
Willing to
and leave her whole life to figure that out.
Like, she lived probably, they never said her true age because she doesn't really know it.
Yeah.
But they were estimating her around 23, 24, I want to say. So she was picked up as an orphan at maybe like 5. That's your whole entire life.
Yeah.
Living this dream of like what is meant to be, and then to come out of it, go with random people that you just barely met, and then find out all of the omens are false gods. Like, that's crazy. And I think that's kind of like being an ex-Mormon and like leaving the church. Did I have that big no, I didn't.
No.
But it was like you kind of start to dwindle, you kind of explore, and then you're like, wait,
I don't like this anymore. Yeah.
I think that's exactly what she did. And so when she finally did take her shroud off and finally glanced at herself and realized what she has become, I think that was when she was like, hell no, like, I'm not letting them take me, Sybil, away.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
I think it was also interesting how, do you remember at the beginning when they're doing the King Benji's thing, and the Abyss is talking and she's reciting it in her head, and she talks about how she feels so special and important because it started because of her, the dreaming, but it actually didn't.
No, it did not start because of her.
No.
It's been generations and generations.
But that's the lie that she was told or wasn't told. The Abyss just let her think that.
Let her think.
So that she could keep her.
100%. And I think that's why the Abyss didn't tell them, like, oh, you guys are like the 5th generation of dreaming, because then they wouldn't feel that specialness.
Yeah.
They wouldn't feel
and
that
be like, oh, well, where did the gargoyles come from? Like,
right. And I think I wonder if like the other diviners were kind of piecing it together, or maybe because Sybil was like the main diviner to do all the work, they were kind of like, well, she wants to be this, so we'll let her.
Yeah.
And that's why they were more lenient and more free
Yeah.
as the diviners. They
Yeah.
were taking people to the field, more
Yeah.
often. They were ditching. They were,
Yeah.
So I think the abyss obviously is the main problem here.
Yeah.
Also, did the abyss, what happened to her in the end? Is she truly gone, do you think? It just seemed like it was really quick. Like
because Sybil used her hammer and chisel right over her
Yes.
heart. I think she is gone, but I don't know.
Because that means
Maybe
all
she'll
the omens are
manifest.
gone.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she'll manifest herself in other ways. But I think the biggest part of the next book, The Knave and the Moon,
Mhm.
I think it's going to be a lot about King Benji trying
yeah,
to.
because he has all of the.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously the main villain now in this
Well,
next
he is.
story.
Well,
but
and I mean, he was acting sus.
oh yeah,
He was acting
you could pick
sus,
up
and
on
I was
it.
like, "Okay."
When you texted me that, I was like, "Bro, stop asking me questions." Because I'm gonna.
I literally
spoil it.
texted Ashley. I said, "I swear to God, if King Benji turns evil, I'm gonna be pissed."
And I was like, "What? No."
Next thing you know, she's like, "No, not Benji.
Not Benji. Never
I'm
Benji.
like, "Never."
I was like, but he was
"Okay,
acting
cool,
weird,
cool."
right? And then.
Yeah, it's like, but he was acting really sus. No.
Sorry about that.
But I will say it just kind of makes me wonder what is the next step in the book, because obviously she's going with King Benji. She is being taken by him by force, so he didn't, kill Maud and Roderick, which I think is really cool of you, Benji,
Yeah.
because they helped you
Yeah.
get all of the, the pieces,
Yeah.
so you could be, what was it? Like the main divine. I have no
I don't
clue.
even remember.
But he's gonna be the main person because he has all the omens stuff, So
He just wants to
he's
be
more
seen as-
powerful.
I think he wants to be viewed more as a god than a king.
Right. Well, I think that's what his grandfather was wanting too.
Yeah.
But I think his grandfather was maybe wanting it more to prove like the diviners are fake, like this
Yeah.
is a falsehood that we are putting our, prayers
Entire-
into
yeah.
and everything. But I am curious on what is next,
Yeah.
because I think Sybil going with him, how is he going to be more powerful when he has a diviner on his shoulder?
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's either, I think Sybil in the end may sacrifice herself to truly get rid of the diviners.
Bro, if she dies, I will not be okay.
Because the thing is, she has the stone eyes.
Yeah. Well, and it's
So
like,
everyone's
how
going
do
to be
you
looking
reverse
for
that?
her as a god.
Yeah. Well, and how do you reverse that?
You don't.
So you just eventually become a gargoyle? Like, would you rather do that?
Because that's the truth. That's true.
Human? I don't know.
The heart weaver, the heart
stone
weaver lady.
Heart sore weaver?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
I was like, it was heart.
I was like, I can't remember.
She was becoming a gargoyle without wanting, because she wasn't drinking the
That's why
diviner's
she had the
blood.
goat head and the.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, but is that the same for Sybil?
Right.
Or not the same for her, because she
probably
is a diviner.
Yeah.
She has been in the water more times than the omen has. So will she turn into a gargoyle? I don't know. And so I wonder if she'll have to sacrifice herself or something like that, because she is the last stone-eyed diviner.
Well, and what are they going to do? Okay, this is my thought too. What are the people going to think when King Benji is like, I've destroyed all the omens because they are false? And then they're going to be like, well, now you have a diviner. So
but you have a
is she
diviner on your
false
shoulder.
too?
Yeah, exactly. Well, she is.
So is she going to be cast aside? Is she going to be...
But is she false? She was doing the dreaming. Right. She saw the dreams. So...
the moth, the abyss, she was the one that was weaving all of the stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why she felt like she was being followed in the dreams, right? Because it was
the abyss was in the dreams with her.
Did we ever figure out why, like, who was following her at the end of her dreams? Remember how she started running?
I guarantee it was the abyss.
You think it was just the abyss? Okay.
I think the abyss was just a eerie figure that wanted her to see what she needed to see
Yeah.
in these dreams and divining for someone. She knew Benji was the grandfather of the one they stoned. Benji's grandfather was
Oh.
the king they stoned because he
Oh.
got 5 ill omens.
That's
So
right.
I guarantee the Abyss was like, well, Benji probably knows what his grandfather was up to.
Yeah.
He needs 5 ill omens too.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. And I think that's why Benji didn't take it so hard when he figured out he had 5 ill omens, because
Yeah.
he's like, well, that's what my
Whatever.
grandfather had, and I
Yeah.
have my grandfather's book right here.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah.
I know the omens are ill
Yeah.
anyways.
He's just doing it kind of for the. He was doing it for the spring water. Really, they just needed to
Really,
get
they
the spring
needed
water.
the spring water so that they could drive all the other omens out.
That's right.
I will say the spites terrifying, the omens terrifying.
Oh, I know, they're freaky. Yeah.
Truly putting it in perspective of like
Scary.
what the hell they were.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
And they drank the blood of the diviners.
Terrifying. Well, and like when they went to the oarsman and he had like sharp teeth, I was like,
yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
I was like, get me out of
That's
here.
freaky. And weren't they like stoned too?
Yeah, we're all stone, sharp teeth.
That's right.
And just not
good.
pretty.
Yeah.
Like I am
Scary.
scared. It kind of made me think of like in Solo Leveling in the very first scene when they come to the stone, like
That was
literally what I was
the
picturing.
big teeth.
That's literally what I was picturing the oarsman as, and I was like, get me out of here, please. I don't want to be here anymore.
I wonder if there's any fan art on the omens that people have done. We should do some research and put them in so you.
If we find them, we will put them in,
and then we'll put in the scary picture from Solo Leveling.
Yeah, so you can understand, because that was exactly what I was picturing
Yeah.
these people as, and it was like so disgustingly eerie. I was like, I don't know if I should read this at night because am I gonna have a bad dream? But yeah, I do wonder though. Obviously, I think Rory is going to, in the next book, he's not gonna let Sybil out of his sight.
Yeah, but how? Because they're going their own separate way, right? Mm-hmm. They're going away. I know Rachel had posted a while ago like a quote from that I think is Rory's, but I don't know, and it seemed like he was talking to Sybil. So, but like I don't know how the reunion is gonna work. Like,
is it just gonna be like a secret reunion? Because I know like Benji, I almost wonder if Benji was like envious of Rory for who he was, just being able to be so nonchalant and like carefree,
being himself,
and even though he wasn't noble-born, and maybe Benji wishes he wasn't noble-born.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be noble-born.
No,
screw that. No.
Yeah,
but I did put in here like, did we think Benji wanted to disown Rory and Maud, or did he think he just knew he needed to disown him because Maud was such a mother figure that she was kind of controlling Benji in like obviously a soft way, but she like knew what he needed to do.
Yeah.
And then Rory was the total polar opposite. He was just kind of, you never knew. He was the wild card because like I put him in here as like angel and devil on the shoulders of the king. Like, is that what he wanted, or did he truly just want all the power for himself?
We won't know until the next book.
Because I do think he was mournful towards Maud. I do think he was kind of like, I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna need to do this.
Yeah, I almost wonder too, because they didn't really, I don't know if they really mentioned this, but does all the knighthood know what they were trying to do? Because they were kind of doing it in private.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Nobleborns knew, and like maybe the Nobleborns families.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because you also, when they had the yellow idol weed and they were, getting the wind chime, and they were using the wind chime and the idol weed to like kind of distort everyone.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew that the king was needing that chime. Or they would have just probably handed it over. What are they going to say to the king?
Yeah.
True. No, you can't have the chime.
Yeah.
Wait, how dare you?
So what happened to the the person, the omen for the chiming
Remember,
wood.
they already killed the grandfather killed the omen, but he didn't get
That's
the chime
right.
because
Okay.
it dropped and he
That's
couldn't
right.
find it. And then I'm
Okay.
assuming the nobles found it and they were
Yeah.
using it for their ceremonies of theirs.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm not sure if the knighthood knew what they were
Yeah.
doing, because it always just seemed like the knighthood would show up after they got it.
Yeah. Well, and they would sneak off to go, like her and Rory and
Right.
Bartholomew would go and do that on private, like especially with the ardent oarsmen.
Yeah, they
like,
went and did that themselves.
They were all watching Benji, and so they're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
They snuck out of there.
so that's why I'm like, I'm not positive that the knighthood knew, and so I wonder if when they get back to the kingdom and the castle, they
If the
have
knights-
this big declaration of
Mhm.
being like, we did it. We
Yeah.
got all of the omens. We got the inkwell. We got the ore. You know, like, I am superior.
god.
I am the god.
Yeah.
But then I do think that's going to cause a problem for Sybil, because they're going to be looking at her like,
Hey, what about her? Yeah.
isn't she a diviner?
Hey, where's Rory, by the way?
Yeah,
your
isn't
most
she a
favorite
diviner?
knight?
Where's Rory and where's Maud?
Where's Maud? Like,
no, literally, I'm like, there's gonna be problems, and I do think like Benji's gonna get to that point where he's gonna resent Sybil,
yeah.
and like even if like he does force Sybil to like marry him, I don't think that's gonna be enough. But I guess people are obviously, these people aren't gonna maybe do too much thinking. They might be like, oh well, he's marrying the diviner, so he has the diviner's blessings.
Yeah.
To do this. And maybe he doesn't tell them they're false gods. Maybe he says, I went and found all of the omens. They have gifted me.
They've given me their blessing.
And given me.
Yeah.
I got 5 ill omens, you know, but so what? I went and seeked them out myself and they gave me their blessing.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe Sybil just will have to sit there and be like, that's not how it went down.
Yeah. Okay.
What am I to say? You're gonna kill me or probably kill Rory or Maud or whatever if I don't follow along. So I am curious how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and I think it'll be nice because she only really does like she only does like 300-400 page books.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe this one will be a little bit longer. I highly doubt it, but I think that she'll make it work. I think it'll make sense.
I also will say Bartholomew was like the perfect like egg breaker. Like I don't even know. He was just like there. Like but sometimes I'm like, shut up, Bartholomew.
Yeah.
I'm like, let them have their moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, get out of here, please. But also his story of being the first diviner, and I went back and reread it. And
did you?
Oh yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh,
wait,
like
it's so sad.
I don't know how I didn't like bawl my eyes out the first time.
Well, you were a little confused.
I was a little confused.
You were not all the way in
it.
it.
Not in the headspace. Does this look good?
Hey.
Literally, my husband putting
pictures up.
I'm like, ugh. I'm reading. Leave me be, please. Anyways, his story is devastating.
So sad.
And I think it's also devastating for all the other gargoyles, because that means like they were people too.
Yeah.
Like, it's
and you just
so
wonder,
devastating.
It makes you wonder, how old is the abyss? How long has this been going on for? Like years and years and years.
Well, she had at least 5 or 6 gargoyle people to help her try to kill.
Yeah. So
Rory
that's like
and everyone. So
20 years each person.
Yeah. So like it's at least 100 plus years of these dreaming abyss.
It's so sad.
Which is crazy to think. Yeah. So I'm excited to see maybe if there is. I don't know. I just feel like that's another thing. The gargoyle is going to have a problem too when it comes down to what's the king going to do.
Yeah. I have a feeling Bartholomew is going to die. And I don't want him to, but I think
But it also comes down, I'm like, if they were to destroy potentially all the omens, like the inkwell, they were able to figure out how to destroy them. Would that not destroy the legacy of what it was?
Yeah.
So he might have to go. That's why I feel the same for Sybil. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
how are you going to keep her alive forever and ever when she is obviously altered?
Yeah.
She's got the
Yeah.
stone
And the
eyes.
spring water is
And
gone.
the
So
spring
it's
water
like,
is gone. So how are you going to keep her with the spring water? She's going to turn into a gargoyle,
yeah.
and then the gargoyles are going to have to go poof, because
Yeah.
how are you supposed to have talking gargoyles
Literally.
when there's no omens?
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot that I'm excited to see in the
Yeah.
next book. How it kind of, because it is only a duology, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So the
Pretty
next book
positive.
is the last book, and so she's got to tie up
A
the
lot of
loose
loose ends.
ends, which there's really not a ton of loose ends, I will say. It's just us
Which is really
being theorizing
theorizing. Yeah.
and trying to figure out what's next. But truly, I will say this book pretty wrapped up pretty well. Like, she went through the journey of killing all the omens within the first book, so we don't have any more omens we have to worry about,
Unless.
hopefully. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. So yeah, I think it really wrapped up pretty, and I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just, I think the main thing is now is like, okay, well, what's Roaring Sybil's like romance gonna be?
Yeah.
She truly gonna let the king take her and play this false god method on his people with himself? Because I don't think that's fair when you just killed all the false gods for that reason.
Yeah.
You truly want to
We
be
just
that
don't
selfish?
know. I mean, we really only got a quarter, not even, of what his plans were by the last 10 pages of the book. Like, you don't
100%.
get
Well,
all of
and it's just
what he's
also
thinking.
the king, I think, downplayed himself majorly. He was just acting like this small shrivel king. He didn't
King,
know exactly
young.
what to be doing.
Yeah.
He's young, just like everyone was saying. Oh, well, the king's so young.
He's letting people underestimate him.
Right. He let people underestimate him to then have people do his work for him, to then show up back at the kingdom and say, look what I did.
Yeah.
You guys all underestimated me, but look what I did. And I do think he's way smarter than he let on to.
For sure. Well, especially with like the journal, when she found it and was like,
Yeah.
why didn't you tell me this?
Why didn't you tell me? You knew.
Yeah. This whole time I've been looking for him, and you.
And he played so nice. He was like, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I didn't want you to.
I wanted you to come with us.
I wanted you to come with us. I wanted you to find it out for yourself versus taking what I know. And I thought, Ben, I was like, oh my God, Benji, that's so sweet of you. But like, you could have like also told her, but like, that's also very sweet of you for not trying to. She's been living in this world of being told what is expected of her. What is, what the world is scary out there, So he wanted her to figure out for herself, I think out of kindness, but I think also out of like spite of being like, if you don't come with us, we're screwed, So yeah.
100%. Sorry, I'm yawning so much.
No, you're good. Late night.
Yeah.
Shoveling popcorn ceiling.
Yeah.
Ugh, won't be there. But yeah, I'm excited. Next book is what? September. September. Also, what do you think about like Quicksilver book 3?
Oh yeah,
being pushed back a whole year.
I guess. It looks like it's going to be traditionally published again, I think.
What the hell?
Not traditionally, individually published. Because I think Quicksilver was indie published, pretty sure, and then Brimstone was not. Mm-hmm. And I think something happened with the publisher. I think that's why it was pushed out. Ooh. Or maybe maybe the story wasn't coming along like she was hoping, and which makes sense with the second book.
If you have to push back because your story is shit, please do. Please don't publish a book. I agree. Please don't publish a half-assed book when you know your people want a good story. Because I will say Brimstone was pretty half-assed, in my opinion.
It was just weird. There's a lot of
loose ends, and I don't know if she can salvage them all because we're in a whole different basis now.
Yeah.
We're in a whole different thing. Also, I don't know if it's true, but Fourth Wing book 4 also got pushed back.
Oh.
Yeah. I also just wonder if it's because Sarah J. Maas is going to have a huge,
Yeah.
few months.
Maybe
That they're not worried. Obviously, we're going to eat them up.
Yeah.
We're going to read the books
All of them,
regardless.
yeah.
We're going to, we're going to be going ham.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that's like a worrisome for some of these publishers of being like,
Definitely.
hey, we still don't even have a title for Rebecca's new books, and your book is supposed to be coming out like before hers
Yeah.
or right after her books.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, they would get the same, we'd still read them, but
Yeah.
media wise, are they gonna get what they deserve? Probably not.
Probably not.
Because all the fan art people will be drawing Sarah's new books. They won't be drawing.
I mean, there's people
whatever
who
the third
love,
book is and the fourth book is.
Yeah. There's people who love Fourth Wing.
Yes.
Way more than they like ACOTAR, which
is crazy.
Insane.
I mean, I love Fourth Wing too.
Not to the extent of ACOTAR.
But no way. No way to what Throne of Glass is and ACOTAR is.
Yeah.
Like, I will eat up every
I'm sorry, but Sarah J. Maas is the queen of
just this romantasy title.
Romantasy and tying things together from books before and books a part of another series. Literally. But are still in the same world. Like
100%. And I will say I do love Rebecca Yarros. I do think she has done very well with this being her first like fantasy. Yeah. I think she's doing great.
Yeah.
But I just ACOTAR is ACOTAR.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. ACOTAR is kind of like everyone's gateway.
I think it's a lot of people's gateway book.
Yeah.
I actually saw someone, it's kind of sad. She posted this, I saw a reel, and it was this girl. She goes, the book that got me back into reading, I just found out was plagiarized and used AI. She was talking about Powerless. And I was like, oh, surprised. That's so depressing, actually, to find out the book that fully got you back into reading, got you back into like, this world of like being able to escape was plagiarized and used AI. I said that's a hard.
But like, why wouldn't you do like your research? Like, what? Like, how did you not see that before you started reading? Like, it's been out for so long.
I mean, I knew it was somewhat plagiarized when we read. Did I know about the AI stuff? No. But I still was like, I know this is like heavily played off other books. Yeah. So I'm gonna take that with what it is, and if it's so bad I can't read it.
Yeah. Did we end up finishing that book? Yes, we did.
We finished Powerless. We did. We DNF. We're not doing the rest. We should have done that with Blood of Hercules.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I saw that they pushed back, I think, those two books, and I was like,
kind of big ones.
Wow, those are some big ones that people were pumped about. Yeah. But I do think it's the Sarah J. Maas effect.
And that's okay,
I mean, that's fine. If you I much rather you as an author, if you have to push it back so that you can get your screen time, get your social media time. By all means, please do.
And we've got plenty of books to read in the meantime, so we're not really stressed about it.
Books. I'm like literally frothing at the mouth. Like, what am I supposed to do? Right now, we're reading
When the Moon Hatched.
When the Moon Hatched.
I'm only one chapter in. Actually, I only read the epilogue.
Well, this one I wanted to read. I won't even say I got persuaded into this one. My coworker was like, please read this with me. And I was like,
okay, fine.
Fuck it, fine. We'll do it. But it's just like, I don't know, these books sometimes I'm like, you are so creative. Where did you come from? How did you do this?
Are you from another planet?
Literally, I'm like, where did you come up with this? Yeah. But right now, reading When the Moon Hatched, I'm enjoying.
Yes.
I think you got like what? You said 20-ish% in, and then you stopped for Alchemize?
Yes, I did. Yeah. And I liked it when I was reading it, but I was like, my coworkers are reading Alchemize right now, and like I need to read this.
You're like, I've been
waiting for it.
You've been waiting for it way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've definitely seen a lot on When the Moon Hatched, and then with the second book that just came out, I think it's only a duology as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Everyone was saying they put it on par with Throne of Glass. So I really picked it up quickly. I told Ashtyn, I said, hey,
we have to read this.
We need to read this. My coworker is saying we need to read this. And I will say, female main character has 100% Aelin vibes. 100%. And I'm all for it. I love it. It makes me want to read Throne of Glass again, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck. Not this again.
Yeah, not that again.
Not this again.
Yeah.
Because we still need to reread. Well, ACOTAR, I'm stressed that we don't have a book title yet.
Yeah, I know. We'll figure it out.
I'm like, when are we going to get that? Like a week before it drops?
Soon. Hopefully. Well, probably.
Like, please.
I wonder, because it might throw like an outrage if the title gives any clue.
Well, the title's always going to give a clue.
I mean, Silver Flames was a book of really Silver just Flames, about Nesta.
Like, did I know it was about Nesta? No, but did I see the mask and be like, interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, I read the synopsis. Maybe give us a book title. Don't give us a synopsis.
Perfect.
I will not take that, but I'll take it. You know,
yeah.
I just think I just need the book title. What is this going to be? A court of what?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Song of Shadow.
Maybe it'll be during a certain anniversary or something that she gives us the title.
I don't think we have any anniversaries. Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd have to look this shit up. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
We'll see.
Thanks for joining us.
Time.
And When the Moon Hatched episode will be out, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. We're going to go every other week so we can read longer books.
Yeah, Wisp is this is a longer one.
She's pretty big.
She's pretty big. Like, is she that big? No, but like also you open the page and the words are like
so tiny.
Like tiny babies. And I'm like, I would actually, my Kindle font is probably way bigger than it probably needs to be, but I enjoy it being large. Doesn't hurt my eyes so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, When the Moon Hatched, tune in that.
Yeah. I don't know what date that is.
We'll figure it out and we'll let you know.
And we'll see you then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.